Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zoning Board of Adjustment. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And welcome, everybody. This is December 18th, 2025, Zoning Board of Adjustment. A few announcements. Would you please shut off all cell phones, iPhones, iPads, anything else could create a distraction of the proceedings. These proceedings are scheduled to terminate at 10 p.m. In the event of an emergency, please exit to the rear of the room. And these proceedings are audio-video recorded. So if you're on the FBI Most Wanted list, you might not want to come up.
No.
Too soon, they're in slow right now.
All right, let's start by introducing ourselves. To my far left, please.
Jason Dragani.
Michael Donlan.
Richard Tripp, member.
Crystal Morin, secretary.
And I be Lynn Perkins, the chair.
Craig Corbett, Vice Chair.
Gospel Bimba.
Jim Tietzel.
And far right, we have Code Enforcement Officer Carrie Owen and our clerk Eileen Boudreau. Thank you very much, Mrs. Morin. I get maxed out at 8 names. That's it. After that, the rest of the night's a crapshoot.
It's being generous.
That's Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Burgess is absent this evening as a primary member, so let's just, Mr. Obimba, would you please sit on case number 25-145, Mr. Dragani on 25-146, and Mr. Donlan on 25147.
Yes, sir.
Very good, thank you very much. With that being said, let's call up the first applicant, please, and that would be case number 25145, Mr. Pollock. Jonathan Pollock, 41 Beaver Lake Ave. Yeah, we'll go public, but not on remote. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay. So we ask that you read your application that you've submitted to the board for the record, and then we'll barrage you with questions, and hopefully you'll have some answers for us.
Okay, from the first page?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm requesting a variance to the terms of Article 6, Section 165-46.c.4. My name is Jonathan D. Pollock. My address is 41 Beaver Lake Avenue, Derry, New Hampshire. Telephone number 207-939-1521. That's mobile number, of course. And I'm the owner, and mailing address is the same. Location of the property per the tax map is 51109 on Beaver Lake Avenue. The general proposal is to remove old rotted wood decking, replace it with composite, remove several sets of old rotted wooden stairs, replace with 2 sets of stone in the form of granite blocks, add additional decking to connect 2 of the replaced sections, and then improve the front setback. The abutters, aside from myself, are Charles Marchese, the Chadwick family, the Fogg family, Andrew Panos and Donnelly Panos, and the Marino family.
Very good. And if you'd like to get into your 5 criteria?
Okay. The variance will not be contrary to the public interest because this improves the safety to the occupant and visitors to the residence, which includes propane delivery, which is needed at the leftmost platform, while maintaining the attractiveness present in the neighborhood. The spirit of the ordinance is observed because this improves the front setback from about 1 foot, which was a concrete stair landing, to more than 20 feet. So the setback is now roughly equivalent to the neighbors on either side. That's per Article 3, Section 165-10. The left platform, while very close to the property line, does replace a prior platform for safety. Substantial justice is done because the change hides skirting boards and crawl space access panel that otherwise create a distressed look inconsistent with other properties in the neighborhood. The values of surrounding properties are not diminished because the changes maintain the general look and feel of the neighborhood, and unsightly dilapidated stairs and deck are removed. Literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance would result in unnecessary hardship. Per item B, because as with other properties in this neighborhood, this house is on the bank of Beaver Lake, requiring stairs for access. If the change is not accepted, there's no access to the front door of the home because the prior access was no longer safe.
Very good. Wish to explain this in layman's terms?
Okay. Last year, during the summer of 2024, I started a new job in Merrimack, New Hampshire. It's a reasonable commute, only about a half an hour or so, but I did ask myself whether I wanted to continue living in Derry or move closer to work. I have no familial ties to Derry, but I genuinely enjoy the peacefulness of Beaver Lake and the quiet of the neighborhood, so I decided to continue to occupy the house. There are, however, a few things ready for repair for both safety and aesthetic reasons. Once I had my finances set up for this project, I prioritized the work. Top of the list was removing rotting items, which included my front steps, the front deck, as well as other wooden platforms, both front and back, and wooden retaining walls that had buckled both in the front and back of the house and still harbored rather ungracious hornets. By early summer, I had landscapers clear out old brush and overgrown areas, made plans to replace the rotting timbers with granite blocks similar to those used by others in the neighborhood, which is now complete. But I did want to change the arrangement of the deck in front of the house to open the area to make it easier to care for in the winter. Due to scheduling issues for myself and the contractors, I stepped into the late autumn of this year. I had checked in online with the town regarding details for a permit to redesign the deck and followed up most recently with Ms. Owen, who noted that my proposed plan to remove the front steps and extend the existing deck along the front is a violation of the setbacks for this residential area, requiring a variance prior to securing the permit. This is what brings me to the planning board. I seek a variance to Article 6, Section 165.c.4, but I'm doing so with the safety for myself and others in mind, in addition to the aesthetics of the neighborhood.
So to sum it up, you've just had a pre-existing non-conforming situation, and in order to be able to get in and out of your home and meet the criteria, the ordinance criteria, you're stuck visiting us. That
Yes,
sums it up, right?
that sums it up.
All right, good enough. Hey, Ms. Owen, let's go over to you right off the bat, and because I'm sure there was some interaction in here during the process. Let's just get some words from you.
Sure. Thank you, Chair. The applicant and I spoke quite a few times about the proposed plan. It first came on our radar with the permit application. Typically, well, I'll just start real quick on the zoning zone. It's medium density residential, MDR, which requires a 35-foot minimum setback. Where the existing deck was proposed to be expanded upon, it loses its grandfathering. If it was replaced in kind, then it wouldn't be an issue. So that's kind of where we started heading down this path of the variance application. And he did come in before submitting his complete application to kind of review the process as well, which we did that. And just to kind of give you a lay of the land, there are plans included in the application, but he is improving the nonconformity by removing a set of stairs that did continue encroaching further into the front setback. We'll be expanding the deck, which is in the front setback, relocating platform along the side which now encroaches into the side setback. So he's improving the nonconformity of the front property line, and, you know, seeking relief for the side property line as well. And as we're aware, this is an existing nonconforming lot of record along Beaver Lake. There are quite a few, as we're aware, small lots, nonconforming structures. It is serviced by municipal water and sewer. And if approved this evening, we would want to review with state shoreline, with DES, to confirm if shoreland permit would be required just due to the proximity of the lake. And then standard permits and inspections would be required.
Okay. Anybody wish to lead off with some questions here? Mr. Obimba, you all set?
All set.
Okay, how about you, Mr. Dietzel?
All set, Mr. Chair.
Anybody down on my left? Okay, so, oh, I had a question, now I slipped my mind. Oh, okay. Maybe it'll come to me afterwards.
I have a question then.
Mr. Tripp?
I have two drawings of the project, and I'm just trying to figure out which one is the existing one.
The two drawings are one to show sort of clarify the setbacks. That would be the first one. The second one fills in a number of details as to
So this would be
which
the
parts
first
are.
one?
That's just to show the setbacks. And then the second one, it provides more detail about which pieces are existing and which are being replaced.
Thank you.
I think Mr. Tripp's questions were leading to where I was going and slipped my mind, but I do see, back to Mr. Tripp, I do see the busier drawing shows the stairs that are being removed. And if I understand the drawing correctly, and so that certainly, I think it was to the averages, the setback averages within the 300 feet each direction. This is more conforming to the averages of the other homes on the street, am I
Correct.
correct? Okay. I think that was what I was looking for there. Anybody have anything else?
Any question?
Mr. Corbett?
Overall, I think it's a pretty straightforward proposal. It's very understandable for why it's needed. But can you explain the low platform for me that's now going to be 5 feet from the property line? I believe the letter said it was going to be to cover the propane tanks.
Yeah, that platform was removed prior to my purchasing the house. I don't know why it was taken out, but the original steps that were there would go up above the retaining wall, and then there was a big drop below that because there used to be a platform there, and I've always had some concern about that because that's where the propane delivery came in.
Yeah.
So with this change, there are already replacement steps there, but now I want to have a platform that meets those steps, and because of the slope of the land, that will now come up even with where the propane tanks are.
Got it. And does it expand over that hole at all?
I don't
Couple feet.
intend to expand back toward the house, just along the front of the house to meet the existing decking that was on the other side.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? See nobody? All right, let's make a call to public here. Anybody who wishes to speak in favor of this application, an opportunity is present for you to come forward and be heard. Seeing nobody rise for that, anybody who is opposed to this application or has opposition or general questions, is your opportunity to come forward at this point. Yes, sir, this is your opportunity to come forward. Mr. Pollock, can I ask you just to step aside for a minute, and anything that is said here, you'll have an opportunity to rebut.
Okay?
Okay, thank you. And good evening to you, sir.
My name is Albert Chadwick. My home is to the left, the gray house to the left. He's already expanded. He's got a set of concrete steps on one side and a set of concrete steps on the other side of his parking space. I understand that, and I understood it when it was done. I had no problem with that. I have only two questions. Maybe it's only one. If he's extending the porch over, I want to know, I haven't seen drawings. I want to know how much further than where it is in that drawing it is coming. And where the steps coming down to it, how far those are coming down.
Mrs. Owen, I think I can explain this, but do you have the technical you're more familiar with the drawings? Can you help out
Like
there?
you said, though, in layman's terms.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So it's my understanding, if we're looking at the picture on the screen, if you can see that clear, so the existing
Yep.
porch ends kind of at that blue window frame. That porch is going to be replaced so that it's not rotting material, new material, and then extended to the left corner of the house. From there, the set of stairs will come down the side rather than coming towards the front, towards the street, and then connect to the platform, which I believe is above that lower set of stairs that we see in the photo.
All right, so basically, if I'm looking at that fence or that line or whatever the heck that is, that's going from my property over to the edge of his home, the steps are going to come down. I'm concerned about the angle of the steps because he has already put in a, to the left of my property there, to the left of his property, and not on my property, he's put in a concrete block wall, which I have no problem with. I spoke to them about that when they were doing it. I'm just concerned that he's got a set of stairs going up there. If the platform on the top is going to connect with the stairway so they can get by to put the gas in, that's fine. But if it's coming out further than that towards my property, there isn't anything there.
Right, I don't believe it will be extending further towards your property.
right,
The stairs will just be coming down in that direction.
If you look at the wall coming down, that is the property line. That's
Right.
Monahan's wall. That has always been the property line.
Yep.
So perhaps I can add some clarification as I'm listening to Ms. Owen's narrative or answers to your questions. The new proposal, the wooden stairs, the landing, that's scheduled to be 5 feet from the property line. The wellhead that you see in the front is closer to your property line than the stairs will be. And if you look at the back, well, you can't see it, but the back corner of the house is actually closer to the property line than the new proposed porch.
Yeah, they've been that close. You got to, if you don't know Beaver Lake, there are some places that, you know, that's always been there.
Yeah.
The house is there. I've been in the house for 51 years. The wall, Monahan's wall is Monahan's wall. It's always been the property line.
Yeah, so he's the part that you're asking about, the new stair, the landing is 5 feet from the property line.
Well, yeah,
Does it
'cause
extend 1 foot closer?
If you're looking at that right now, on the left side where the flowers are, which my late wife had loved them anyway, that's Monahan's wall right underneath. He has come over, he has come over maybe 2 or 3 feet, 2 feet, 2.5 feet, 3 feet from there with the block wall. And the block wall goes up, and there are stairs, granite stairs going up to it, about, well, several feet to the left of where those stairs show. If that platform at the top is going to be at the top of those concrete stairs, and then the stairs to the deck will go up from there, I don't have a problem.
Well, go ahead, Mr. Corbett.
Sorry, I understand what you're saying, and I think I can at least articulate that to the applicant. That's my understanding of the proposal to this point, that would be what you described, that the stairs that are currently in existence will be the ones that will go to that platform, and then a next set of stairs up to the deck. But I think we'll wait for Mr. Pollock to get up and confirm
Yeah, 'cause
that.
it-
But that's what I...
You can't bring the stairs all the way over because they
Yeah.
won't be able to get in there to put in the gas, because the gas is right at the edge of where that front piece of the house is.
Yeah,
Two gas tanks are right behind it.
my understanding from his proposal is the stairs that you're describing will be those only ones that we have, and then there'll be the second set up now to the deck.
Yeah, so those stairs will go up and then it'll go to the right and go up, but they're not.
That's what I've been picturing in my head, so I think when he comes up, we'll have him confirm that.
Yeah, because like I said, I haven't seen any drawings, and I've had no problem with Jonathan,
Yeah.
and I don't expect a problem with Jonathan, but I just want to clarify for myself, you know.
You have the
like I said,
opportunity to ask me as well.
We don't have an awful lot of property, most of us, that were on Beaver Lake. I'm sure you've gotten petitions all over. On Beaver Lake, if you want to do something, you go up. Out doesn't work. And that is the only question I have, is if those granite stairs that are going to go up, that are already up, are going to a platform, and then the stairs will go up from that platform to the porch, I don't have a problem.
Understood.
All right, I'm looking for clarification. I'm not here to get anybody all upset about anything. I want to know what's happening, because I haven't seen drawings. And, you know, I just, hey,
gonna
it
be
might
right
only
next
be
to
a postage stamp, but I'm the guy that wants to lick it. You know?
It'd be a couple of feet from the property line, we get it. Thank you.
I have a question
For the butter?
for the abutter,
Yes,
yes.
sir. Have a seat. We have a question for you.
Back in the chair. Yes.
Recognizing Mr. Tripp.
You seem to infer that there's been some work done on the property already. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that the work that's been done is acceptable to you?
Yes, the work that has been done on the front piece of the property, which I gather is the main source of concern here for this meeting. Monahan's wall, they put in a concrete block wall.
That's okay. I just
There's
wanted to
about
make
this
sure it was,
much room between them.
what has been done has been acceptable.
No
Okay,
problem.
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm concerned about what hasn't been done yet. That was my concern.
That's what we're concerned about.
Thank you.
All set, Mr. Tripp. Thank you.
Yeah, another one.
Anybody else? Why don't you come up here, sit down, and identify yourself first? How's that?
My name's Charles Marchese. I live at 39 Beaver Lake Ave. I'm on the other side of the property.
Okay.
And do you have a picture that shows the house now as it's existing with the new walls and everything?
There are photos in the file that the chair has that I took the other day when I visited the property. This is from Google, so I'm not
Right.
sure if there's anything
This is a
more
real
recent.
old one.
Yeah, I agree.
Real old.
I agree.
And what are you looking for?
On the opposite side that you're looking at,
That would be the
there's
right-hand
been a
side?
whole new wall put up across the front. The original one was 2 feet high, and along my split rail fence there,
Yep.
they went from 2 feet to 3 feet with it, which I don't have a problem with the wall on the left across the front of the house. I have a problem with the wall coming down my side. It's only about 2 feet from the fence, and they raised the wall, they started the wall at 3 feet, and they started bringing it down. And my only thing was, I asked if they would just drop it down 1 block. Right now, it's about 2 feet above the ground on my side. So they sloped, they put a lot of stone and crushed stone and drainage, but they're covering it with loom. And my problem is that it's gonna come down into my driveway, and in the backyard, they put all steps going up now, and I'm afraid now when they pitch that, it's gonna come towards my house. I just spoke with Jonathan, and he said he's gonna put some shrubs around on that small space in the front. That might do it, but I'm not positive.
How
I
old's
mean,
the
I have no
wall?
problem with the deck. I don't have no problem with the stairs coming down on my side. That's fine. It's just the wall that I'm a little worried about. And I don't know, if you think the shrubs will be enough to absorb, plus the stone, any water, then I have no problem with it. But I just wanted to make sure, because I had filed a complaint, and I had brought in pictures and everything showing the slope, because the stairs they put up also went up about 2 feet above the ground, and all that land has been now pitched towards my house. And from what I understand, in the spring, they're coming back to add another 6 inches of topsoil, which, all right, 6 inches, you might end up with 4 once it settles, but it's still going to be higher.
Okay.
I mean, it's like John said, I mean, like, as far as the deck goes, I have no problems at all with it. I just wish you had a picture that showed the new wall, so you could see how high up it was.
So how long has the wall been there?
Month and a half, I
Okay.
don't know. I had
So it's just a
filed a
recent build.
complaint when it was going up because of the height of it, but I don't believe anybody's come out to look at it.
Was Owen anything there?
We did investigate, the other inspector did go out to the property. With the stone for drainage, his understanding or belief of it was that the slope wasn't a drastic slope, that it would be a concern for water flow into your property.
Okay.
And with settlement, we can certainly revisit that in the spring, just to confirm, once the snow melts.
All right,
3
then I
to
have
1,
no problem.
3 to 1 is common on a septic plan, correct?
It
On a-
is,
On
and
an
it's
elevated. and,
Appeared to be less than that, from what I understand.
This is less than that?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So referencing the septic, elevated septic leach field, right? A 3 to 1 pitch is a common pitch. And what Mrs. Owen has indicated is that this seems to be less than that, which is usually built to resist erosion and keep a leach field contained.
Okay, we're all on, I think he's on city storage anyway. We're all on city.
Yeah, no, I'm not referencing that he has a leach field. I'm just,
Oh, well.
I'm just using the reference that it's a similar design.
Yeah, we used to go 1/4 inch per foot.
Something like that.
Yeah.
but, yeah.
Okay, then I have no problem, and if you can, just, check in the spring and make sure it's,
Certainly.
once they put everything in place. But like Jonathan said, he's probably he's gonna put some shrubs that'll solve the problem, I think.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
you know where code enforcement is if you have a problem.
Oh, yeah.
All right, good enough.
I left the paperwork with you.
You did.
Anybody else have anything
All right, thanks.
in opposition? Seeing no gestures there, Mr. Pollock, why don't you come back up and we'll have an opportunity for you to rebut.
I don't have anything to say in regard to Al, regarding the, I'm just going to provide him with a copy of the diagram, so he's comfortable with it.
Okay.
In regard to Charlie, we talked about it a couple of times, and addressed it with the contractor who put up the wall. In the course of cleaning up the original drainage, which was not working, we put in actually an extra section of drainage and some extra crushed stone in order to make sure that there's sufficient drainage throughout, going from all the way from the street right back up to the roughly equal to the back of the house. So, and that was tested as well. They took a hose and they let it run down and made sure that everything captured and ran out to the street.
I'm thinking it's going to get tested tomorrow.
Yeah. And, well, we've already had one very heavy rain since then, and the drains are working well.
Okay. All right, very good. Anything else you want to tell us?
No, that's it.
Any questions from the board for Mr. Pollock before we
Yep.
proceed? Mr.
Just-
Corbett?
One, I know you said you were going to give the first applicant a copy of the drawings, feel more comfortable. Was my understanding of your proposal correct, that the existing stairs will be to access the lower platform, and then it'll be from there stairs up to the...
Yes,
To the new
yes.
Thank you.
It's exactly,
Thank you.
Okay. All set? All right, no other questions? We'll take a motion, go into deliberation.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Obimba.
A second.
Mr. Corbett has a second. All in favor of deliberation, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, let's deliberate. Anybody have any objections here that we should note? Anybody see any real benefits here that accentuate this plan that they'd like to speak to?
I just see it as an improvement to what is there now. And it seems the front part would be less encroaching, if I'm understanding it right.
Yeah, I see the averaging, backing the stair up is probably more beneficial to the public overall. I think any disputes between the direct abutters, the left and the right side, have been addressed. And whereas the whole neighborhood is probably non-conforming and some adjustments have to be made here and there, I think that this is not grotesque or over the line for the request or the improvement. So that's my position on it. Mr. Corbett?
I agree. There's really not much you can do with the property or really the surrounding properties. I don't think the ask is excessive. I think cuts down overall on the original encroachment issues. I appreciate the efforts put in, to this point with the neighbors, discussing the placement of the stairs ahead of time, discussing the wall, and trying to put in some workarounds to their concerns. So expect he'll continue to work that way, continue being neighborly. I think it's very trying to think the right word, but sufficient ask.
Mr. Obimba, any comment?
It's a reasonable request. He's taken into account most concerns, so we've seen him answer the questions the abutter had. I like that the adjustment will make it safe for the delivery of propane. I think that's part of the safety to the general public. I am not opposed, as it seems reasonable to me.
Excellent. Mr. Tripp?
Well, it seems that the impetus for doing all this was the wood was rotting away, so you had to do something. And it appears to me that it hasn't been done in kind, but it's been done to actually improve the setback from the property line. So I have no problems with it.
Awesome. Okay, very good. I've already said my piece on it. Structuring the motion, we have subject to obtaining all state and town permits and inspections. As code enforcement has indicated, Shoreline Protection Act will have to be qualified, which falls under those standards. Are there any other aspects to the motion that anybody would like to construct into this? Seeing no gestures there, I think we have our motion in place. We can take a motion to come out of deliberation.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Tripp. Got a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Corbett. All in favor of coming out of deliberation, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Very good. Mrs. Moran, you have a motion, read.
I do, thank you. I make a motion on case number 25-145 for Jonathan D. Pollock to grant a variance to the terms of Article 6, Section 165-46.c.4 of the Town of Derry zoning ordinance to replace an existing deck and stairs with a new deck less than 35 feet from the front property line and relocate stairs less than 15 feet from the side property line. Parcel ID 51109, zoned MDR, as presented with the following conditions. We have one, subject to obtaining all state and town permits and inspections, and that concludes the reading of the motion. I need a second.
Very good. Second, please, Mr. Obimba.
I'll second.
Thank you. That puts that motion on the floor and opens us up for finding of fact. Mr. Corbett.
Yep, finding of fact for case 25-145. The board found that the property is located in the medium-density residential zoning district, which requires a 35-foot minimum setback from the front property line and a 15-foot minimum setback to the side property line. The proposed replacement deck will be located approximately 22 feet from the front property line, maintaining the same depth as the existing deck. The two existing deck stairs, which encroach further into the front setback, are proposed to be removed, which will reduce the nonconformity of the front property line. New stairs will be installed on the side of the deck approximately 5 feet from the property line, though, which as a result, the side variance is being requested. Property is located on Beaver Lake, and the area is full of pre-existing small lots and non-conforming structures. This property is serviced by municipal sewer and a private well. If approved, a state shoreland permit may be required to be obtained prior to the issuance of a building permit, and additionally, appropriate permits and inspections will be required if approved. Board also includes all facts found in the meeting minutes for this application and incorporates all meeting minutes into its finding of facts and decisions. Does anybody have any additions or addendums to make?
Seeing no gestures there, all in favor of moving this for a vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Mr. Obimba, what say you?
I vote yes.
Okay, Mr. Tripp,
I vote yes.
Mrs. Moran,
Chair, I also vote yes.
Mr. Corbett.
Yeah, I think this meets all of the criteria, so I vote yes.
Very good, thank you. The chair will make you unanimous by 5-0. Congratulations, Mr. Pollock. You've been approved by a vote of 5-0. Anybody aggrieved by this decision has 30 days to ask this board for reconsideration on the matter, and at that which point after that, recourse would be to Superior Court.
Understood.
You're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Next up is case number 25-146, represented by Promised Land Survey on behalf of Richard and Marie Louise Brownell Family Trust. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
And how are you tonight?
Jump right in.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. My name's Tim Peliquin, company Promised Land Survey, here with Neil McCarthy of our same company, Promised Land Survey. We're both licensed land surveyors. Here tonight representing what is intended to be a lot line adjustment at Craven Terrace. With that, I'm going to read the points into the file. Our proposal is from Article 6, Section 165-46, C2, to adjust, I'm not going to read all that. All right, so the variance, it's a frontage request. I'll get to that. So the variance will not be contrary to the public interest because the lot line adjustment, as proposed, has incorporated encroachment over lots over many years, and no public interest is affected. I just realized there was a typo there, sorry. The spirit of the ordinance is observed because the neighbors will not need to outlay cost to remove many years of unknown encroachments or potentially face legal proceedings, but solve this issue amicably. Substantial justice is done because the frontages of the lots and look of the neighborhood and passersby are insignificant and none appears negatively affected by this LLA being lot line adjustment. The values of the surrounding property are not diminished because, as mentioned, the look of the lots, in quotes, and their site improvements are not changed, and the neighboring properties do not appear negatively affected. And lastly, literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance would result in unnecessary hardship, in that we say we believe that this lot line adjustment and small frontage change with equal land transfer exchange far outweighs the removal of long-time encroachments, and the proposed use is a reasonable one because the neighbors are willing to solve this issue amicably with no apparent harm or detriment to the public. So, in a nutshell, you have a lot line adjustment plan, reduced size. It's a 11 by 17. This plan is suitable or nearly suitable to submit to the planning board hereafter should this zoning board agree to our proposal, which allows these two abutters to keep what they have, and basically, or what they've always thought they had. If you look at that plot plan, there's a dashed lot line where it says lot line to be removed. That is the current lot line. And as you might see, we moved that line up, C1, we moved that line up about 27 feet to put one of the abutters' driveway completely on their property. There is a small shed and fence that will need to be moved, but then we come up and around, put the building entirely on its property. There's a concrete pad on the side. Nobody knew it was kind of there, but now they do. They did a few years ago, and it took a while to kind of work this out between the neighbors, but they're both agreeing to this lot line adjustment. But by doing this, of course, we increase one lot frontage where 125 is required. That 125 will be increased to 138.37, so that's an increased frontage on the lot that has the driveway encroachment. And the neighboring lot will have a short frontage of 116 feet where 125 is required. So there's our variance in a nutshell, asking for relief of frontage, working between two neighbors that have encroachment issues, or namely one. So with that, I'll pause and try to answer any questions this board would have, or members of the public as appropriate. Thank you.
So one of these was kind of a controversial lot a year ago, correct? Have some issues?
Oh, thank you. You're right.
Yeah.
Good memory. I should have brought that up.
I should have been an elephant. I don't know.
Yeah. So we came to this board for a detached ADU on the lot to the north.
Okay.
A while back, and this encroachment was there. I forget all about that. Thank you. You see, that's why I'm retiring in just a few days. I forget things. I'm just kidding, kind of. Not about retiring. So you're right. If you look at that new ADU over two-bay garage to the north end of this, of lot 126, owned by Lincoln, we did come and sought a variance from you guys for an ADU over, a detached ADU over the garage. And he may have come back to you, I'm not sure, for an expansion or a little bit more increased area. But
Okay.
And that may be the controversy, I'm not sure.
Okay, that's fine.
I should have brought that out.
It's fine either way. There's no prejudice there, Mr. Pelican. But you, how did this, so we have the driveway issue, correct?
Yes.
On the improved, I'm going to say the improved lot.
On the Brownell lot, yes.
Yeah, and then I heard you state something about the concrete pad that was there you didn't know existed.
Well, we knew it existed when we did the survey.
Yes, I figured. Yeah.
But basically, yeah, that dash line, everybody was pretty surprised with, that's what the lot line is, type thing. That does happen.
Yes, okay.
More often than you think.
I have no questions at this time. Anybody else on the board? Mr. Tripp?
So when did you discover the lot line wasn't where it was supposed to be?
Now, I'm going to have to
Defer.
work on memory. Neil, do you remember? Probably 2023, 2022?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. It was
So-
COVID time.
COVID time, oh. So it wasn't when the other individual came for the ADU approval?
We did know it then.
You did know it then?
Yep, and it showed on the plans at that point.
All right.
But it was going to be addressed at a later time because it didn't affect that per se.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Tripp?
Not right now.
All right, Mr. Dragani, you're sitting on this. Anything from you? We can come back to you. if you're
Yeah,
not
come
sure.
back to me, sorry.
Okay. Anybody down on my right, Mr. Dietzel or Mr. Obimba, you're certainly welcome to chime in.
No, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Gentlemen are all set? Yeah, Mr. Corbett?
Also, no questions.
Okay, Mrs. Moran?
I also have no questions.
All right. So back to you, Mr. Dragani, if you have anything you need to ask.
So I guess the only question I had is, so would this have affected the ADU if we had known it? No? The
No, because the ADU was being asked for separately, and I think at the time, the ADU was,
there was nothing about,
it was, the controversy was that it was not attached, and that was before the law was enacted.
Gotcha.
So, in either way, it wouldn't have affected that anyways.
And it also, it looks like,
Rather large.
Was that?
Sorry.
No, Mr.
I was
Donlin,
about to say.
microphone?
I also believe it was, the variance was for more than the 960 or whatever.
Right, something like that.
but also to the people that were looking for the ADU, they're the ones that are technically in the right. They are the ones that are
Right.
swapping.
They're giving up their frontage.
So I think if anything, it helps.
Yeah.
They're now becoming more non-conforming to help the neighbor.
And with your permission, I'll just jump in to say that that lot that had the ADU is not further affected in that it's equal land areas. If this was not equal land areas or their septic was within there or something, but all the improvements are on that lot. So there's no, it does not affect that ADU in any way.
Okay.
May I ask
You-
a question?
Mr. Donlin?
Just out of curiosity, going by the picture where it looks like that drainage comes down by the telephone pole along the side of the driveway, and then this lot line adjustment has taken a rather sharp turn. I get that you would be asking for more relief, but why not just like extend what looks to be a natural radius so we don't have the same problem with that area in the corner that will be disputed later?
I can say I'm not following, so I'm sorry. Do you understand this question, Neil?
You're asking about like the quick jog off the road, that it's not really perpendicular to the road?
Yeah, I mean, for lack of a better term, we'll call it perpendicular, but yeah, it makes like the sharp right angle and then heads in. I get that you're trying to maximize the amount of road frontage so that you're only asking for a minimum amount of relief, but based on the picture, it kind of looks like if you just continued that radius around, it would be a little more in keeping with what's there. If there wasn't any thought into it, you don't have to answer.
I do see your point, and I will say it took like almost literally a couple of years to get to this point for the neighbors to agree to this line. And I'm not saying it couldn't change. And if this board saw flexibility with any decision that you potentially could vote on this tonight, that you give us a little flexibility on that frontage, I would love to try to more normalize these lines, if you will. And I think that's what you're asking, not so many angle points, and try to make this a little straighter, as long as the neighbors would agree to that.
To be fair, I was just asking why it was shaped the way it was, but
Yep.
to your point, it is well understood.
Yeah, thank you.
But there was no particular reason why it's like that?
No, just putting all the improvements on their lot.
I mean, Mr. Donlin does hit on a point, because I kind of entered my mind too, but I thought, well, you're asking for the frontage and not any kind of artistic aspect or architectural, profile to this, so it really wasn't something I was concerned about, but, and I'm still not. In my view, if the parties that you're representing are acceptable to what's there, I certainly can leave some latitude if you wish, kind of rethinking it, saying, well, maybe we should try and clean up the line and give you a variable. I suppose we could do that.
The variable would be, if I can propose something to you all, in not trying to, that lot 126 would have no less than 100 feet of frontage. Because I could see if we could extend that line up approximately 16 feet, I can maybe get rid of one of these angle points and try to more, again, use the word normalize those lines. But again, you're right. We were asking for the minimum. But given flexibility, it might make more sense with equal land areas still.
Mr. Pelican, just try to kind of get into the mindset of when this was diagrammed, but is it almost fair to assume that we kind of got the way it's split up to give as much space as possible, but putting the shed and fence onto property 127? Because it looks like if it was less of an angle, perhaps it would have almost stuck them with
If we came up 16 more feet, we can almost keep that improvement on there. And we'd have to cut it a little bit differently, but
to me, the way it's currently cut, like understanding it's not a perfect shape, but now that it's diagrammed, we have an idea, it's agreed upon. It also creates the maximum amount of frontage on both properties. I don't have a concern. I wouldn't want to necessarily lose an additional 16 feet on 126. So I think it's kind of my opinion for the board, but it's an interesting thought.
Ms. Owen, did we get your staff on this?
We have not touched on that yet, Mr. Chair.
Why don't we go ahead and hear you out and see what, if there's anything else there that we might consider.
Okay, thank you. So the applicants did a great job kind of walking through the application and the plan. The proposed lot line adjustment, it really cleans up the parcels from the way it exists right now. Obviously, the encroachments have happened over history. This happens. And so it's an equal transfer of land to resolve the encroachments, and the unintended consequence of that is reducing the frontage for lot 126. So whether or not that variable takes place or not, the way it exists right now is that this plan is proposing that lot 126 would now have 116 feet of frontage, where lot 127 would actually increase more than the minimum at 138.37 feet. Both properties are serviced by private wells. To clarify, in 2024, 10 Craven Terrace, so that's lot 126, was granted a variance to allow the construction of the detached ADU, and a variance to increase the square footage at that time was beyond 800 square feet. If approved, the plan as it is now, or with the variable, planning board review and approval would be required for the lot line adjustment, and then just pictures in the file if you need anything recent.
Okay. Mr. Corbett, you seem to comprehend well with Mr. Pelican. Do you have any closing thoughts or closing considerations about that 16 feet that you would want to act on?
No, as I mentioned, I don't have much of a concern with it. I can understand the question of why we kind of cut it the way that was done. I think negotiations get tricky. To me, I think that this way, the way I looked at it, and again, I'm making assumptions, which is dangerous, but it looks like it was maximizing the amount of space for 10 Craven with putting that shed and fence, leaving that on 12 and kind of making it their burden to clean up. It looked like otherwise to kind of cut this a different way, you go straight with it, you're almost cutting off part of their driveway access. I think you cut, any further to near, just past where the current line is to where the other one is. It's, I don't know. I think that for 16 feet, it doesn't make much of a difference to me. I think overall, we're talking a difference of 9 feet, of variance to then increase it to 25 feet. We're just getting more non-conforming. And honestly, for what reason? I don't really see the impact for it.
Just leave it as the applicant has requested?
That's what I think, especially if, I get it. It's to me, for this many years of negotiation to then just further increase a nonconformity, I just don't see why.
So thinking down 100 years from now, somebody has to come in and start kicking around and finding those posts or boundaries.
Yep.
And then reflecting on Mr. Corbett's point, which is seems like maybe you're just trying to keep as much of the frontage as close to conformity as you can, so you make the jog, but I guess we can leave it up to you to tell us what you want to do.
I will say that the neighbors have agreed to this, to the point that they had us stake and mark these lines on this plan, so that they could see it physically before snow, and agree to it and sign off on this, basically. So the lines are agreeable as they are. I just wanted to know if there'd be flexibility if they say, can we do this one little thing or something?
Do you want to go down that road, or you want to just leave it as it is?
I
Because your motion
probably,
is specific.
you know what? I'll probably say leave it as it is.
Okay.
And if they do decide they want to more normalize this line or these lines, we'll come back to you. Because that will be up to them.
You'll come out of retirement for that?
Yeah, we'll bring everyone back.
The motion does say, it's kind of vague. It says resulting in less than 125 feet of frontage. It doesn't have a set number. I just know what we talk about, is on record.
Sure.
As presented.
I have a question.
Yeah, as
Mr. Tripp?
presented, thank you.
Are you done talking?
I think so.
All right. The front stake for the property line, is that on the edge of the existing driveway for 127?
Yeah, it's very, very close.
So that's, for you to move that stake would be detrimental to 127, I would suspect. Is that the stake that you would move to make it more beautiful?
Yeah, or normalize, we'd move it more up, shortening the frontage a little bit more of lot 126, but giving, I don't know.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of work for no apparent reason.
Well, I understanding Mrs. Moran's point, right, which is that it's the way this is read, you have that flexibility, I think, without having to come back here. But of course, this has to get recorded anyway.
Yep.
So I think that's something that you could probably iron out at your own discretion at some
Right,
other
and to go to the planning board with something that, if this board suggested, it has short frontage of 125 feet, where, and my little thing that I was throwing out there is, but lot 126 would have no less than 100.00 feet of frontage. That potentially gives us a little bit more flexibility, but that's up to you. That's entirely up to you.
Okay.
It just gives us a little bit more flexibility to adjust that line if the neighbors agree to it.
I suppose we could put it as a second condition on a motion, and that way you're noted that way, and then you have that variable as you see fit.
That's appreciated.
All right. Anybody else have any questions for the applicant? Seeing nobody there, okay. Let's make a call to public. Anybody who wishes to speak on this matter affirmatively, this would be your opportunity to come forward. And seeing nobody gesture to come forward, anybody in opposition to this application, this would be your opportunity to be heard. Again, seeing the crowd not rushing forward, I think you folks are safe here, which opens the door for us to go into deliberation. If I could, Mr. Dragani?
Yes. All right.
No, you just make the motion, sir.
I motioned, yes.
Thank you very much. And Mr. Corbett seconds Mr. Dragani's outstanding motion to go into deliberation. Could I have an all in favor, please?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No one's opposed, so we're in a think tank mode here. Anybody see an objection here?
No, I think it's pretty straightforward. It's a reasonable request, understanding kind of what's developed at the properties over time. I think it's very fitting for Mr. Peliquin's swan song, through years of telling us or encouraging people to get a survey and how fences make the best neighbors, that we have a situation where a survey is done and what do you know, you found out that we need a lot line adjustment because of it. So I think it's straightforward. I think it accomplishes the maximum amount of frontage possible for both of the properties. And I think overall it's not enough of a impact that I would say that it's against the spirit of the ordinance. As far as the second condition, I would say I kind of leave it to the board. I'm not concerned about it. I do think it gives a good amount of wiggle room, but it's not a hill I'm willing to die on either way.
Mrs. Moore?
I agree with that, where we state that our meeting minutes are part of everything, that where it's been talked about, that I don't think the planning board would question it.
Okay.
We can include it in the finding of fact, if anything.
Mr. Tripp?
I think it's fine the way it is.
Okay. Mr. Dragani?
I think this is a good compromise for both parties and cleans it up.
Okay. So this makes sense to me. I would like it stipulated as a condition on the motion. It doesn't hurt it, and it gives them beyond the order in the motion is the significant part of this. The minutes only record what we did. They don't dictate what the board decides. So in that regard, I would like the second condition, as Mr. Peliquin has suggested, would work for them. Number 2 would be frontage for 02126 to be no less than 100 feet of frontage. And I would like that recorded there. And understanding it's not do or die, but give the latitude for the man retiring his last due. So
I just want to clarify, it's 02126?
that is correct. That is the shortage of the two.
Yep.
Okay. Other than that, we have the obtaining all state town permits and inspections. Beyond that, anybody else have anything that concerns here? Seeing no gestures there, if we're all set in agreement, we can come out of deliberation.
Make that motion.
Mr. Corbett carries the motion.
I second it.
Mr. Tripp will second that. All in favor of coming out of deliberation, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Mrs. Moran, you have a motion to read.
I do, thank you. I make a motion on case number 25-146 for a Promised Land Survey, LLC, Timothy A. Peliquin, to grant a variance to the terms of Article 6, Section 165-45.C.2 of the Town of Derry zoning ordinance to allow for a lot line adjustment resulting in less than 125 feet of frontage. Parcel ID 02126 and 02127, zoned MDR, as presented with the following conditions. We have 2. 1, subject to obtaining all state and town permits and inspections. 2, frontage for parcel ID 02126 to be no less than 100 feet of frontage. And that concludes the reading of the motion. I need a second.
Second.
Motion on the floor, opening the door for finding of fact. Mr. Corbett.
Yep, finding a fact for case 25-146. The The board found that the applicants are requesting a variance to allow a lot line adjustment between parcels 02126 and 02127 in order to resolve unintended encroachments that have occurred over time. Properties are located in the medium-density residential zoning district, which requires a 125-foot minimum lot frontage. The proposed lot line adjustment will reduce the existing frontage on parcel 02126 to 116 feet. However, this can be decreased to no less than 100 feet. Therefore, a variance is being requested. The proposed lot line adjustment will increase the existing frontage in parcel 02127 to no more than, to at least 138.37 feet. The properties are serviced by private septic and private well. And if approved, planning board review and approval will be required for the lot line adjustment. The board also includes all facts found in the meeting minutes for this application and incorporates all meeting minutes into its finding of facts and decisions. Does anybody have any additions or addendums to make?
We didn't specify the planning board aspect on this as a condition, and often a lot of the extra conditions just get covered under town permits and inspections. You have an interpretation there, Mrs. Owen? Should we add it as a third condition? All right, so let's add number 3, subject to planning board approval.
My mistake for missing that.
That's all right. You included it, but we didn't put it on the motion. Other than that, I have no other conditions to change on the finding of fact. Thank you, Mr. Corbett. Any other gestures in that finding of fact? Seeing no gestures there, so motion's on the floor. All in favor of moving it for a vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Mr. Dragani?
Yes.
Mr. Tripp?
Yes.
Mrs. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins says yes as well. Congratulations, gentlemen. That's been approved by a vote of 5-0. Anybody aggrieved by this decision has 30 days to ask for reconsideration. After that, recourse will be Superior Court.
Good deal.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
You bet.
So tomorrow's the big day?
31st, midnight.
31st. Are you moving to Florida?
No, going nowhere.
Still got one more case. We don't need to butter them up yet.
I have my wife and I have our foundation, a charity that we started a few years ago, so I'm pouring my life into that in my retirement years as
Nice.
part of it. Thanks.
All right, next case up is case number 25-147, Promised Land Survey, once again representing the Knottenson Family Revocable Trust, Stephen and Karen Knottenson, trustees. Mr. Donlin, you will entertain us with this one?
Yes, sir.
Very good, thank you, gentlemen. Welcome back
Thank you. I decided not to
to the
get up.
next episode. 24 Worthley Road, that is up to you.
Okay, thank you so much. So here again, Tim Peliquin, Promised Land Survey, licensed land surveyor, as well as Neil McCarthy next to me, also a Promised Land Survey, also a licensed land surveyor. So tonight we're asking a variance again from Article 6, Section 165B, B2, for requesting a proposed two-lot subdivision for map 12, lot 6, with frontage, with short frontages for both lots. The points are, the variance will not be contrary to the public interest because the minor subdivision as proposed is at the end of a public way, Worthley Road, and is near 10 acres in size. The spirit of the ordinance is observed because the newly subdivided 3.00 acre lot does not appear to be affecting neighboring properties and provides needed housing to the area. Substantial justice is done because the frontages of lots and look of the neighborhood and passersby are insignificant and none appears negatively affected by this minor subdivision. The values of the surrounding properties we feel will not be diminished because a newly built single-family home at the end of a road would appear to increase property values in the neighborhood. And literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance would result in unnecessary hardship because we believe this minor subdivision and short frontage request in these large lots in an area/neighborhood offer a positive impact and provide needed housing. And proposed use is a reasonable one because the short frontage at the end of a public roadway is not evident from the passerby standpoint and poses no harm or detriment to the public. And lastly, all other zoning criteria can be achieved in this minor subdivision other than the short frontages of these lots, and they exceed land areas of most abutting lots. So this is a large 10-acre lot at the end of Worthley Road. Worthley Road just is an old historic road. Not exactly sure where it headed to at the end of Worthley Road. We haven't uncovered all the research of Worthley Road where it continued, but I will say, at least on your GIS, it shows it to run along the back of the property line. You might see that on your exhibit that has been included in the package for the tax map. This 10 acres is also slightly unusual in that it's entirely high and dry. You actually don't see, if you think about 10 acres that doesn't have any wetlands on it, it's rare. So it's a high and dry parcel. There's one single family dwelling on it that the Nottinsons do live on, and that is depicted on our plot plan, which I'll go to next. So the 11 by 17 that's part of your package shows Worthley Road, and at the end of Worthley Road, you can see where we're asking to subdivide a 3-acre lot with approximately 70 feet of frontage. I added it up. I think it's somewhere in there. If you need that exact, I will tell you. And then their existing dwelling, number 24, would maintain a little bit more than 100 feet of frontage, and their driveway and improvements as it exists. So lot 12-6, as shown, would encompass now approximately 7 acres or 6.856 acres. And all their improvements and everything of their large wooded lot that extends in the back there. And what they're trying and wanting to do is subdivide a 3-acre lot to meet the minimum standard within this zone at the end of Worthley Road, and it would maintain 70 plus feet of frontage. And realize there's some slopes there. I think this might get brought up at some point, but I will say that no driveways and other things have been designed here, or house design and whatnot on that 3-acre lot, but that would be a more planning board issue. But I would say from a standpoint of it'd be pretty easy to design a driveway across for that 3-acre lot. That said, there's one other thing that the board might bring up. There's an access easement that runs along the edge of the property. I will say the southerly side of the property that is perpendicular to Worthley Road, if you can track or follow this, that runs along the whole entire lot line. And that's a pre-existing access easement that was in place for abutting properties. So with that said, I think I'll pause. I'm sure you guys will have some questions on this one. Not quite as easy or straightforward as the last one, but I'll try to answer any questions this board would have or members of the public as appropriate. Thank you.
The access easement is an easement recorded?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And so you're not using that as the driveway?
We're not. We will be crossing that access easement, and we have a legal right to do that.
I see, okay.
After the subdivision, which lot will have the easement?
Both.
Both?
Yes.
Does the easement go with the water rights? Is that why it's there?
Now, can you help me answer that? She's asking if this has... Okay, so, no, it's an access easement, it's not for water, I guess I can say that. And Neil stamped the plan and did the research on it, so I just was relying on him for a second. It is for the property to the west.
Drive right there.
Yeah,
Like that's how they get up.
okay. You see, if you see, I'll just try to give you directions, northwest. So at the end of Worthley Road, if you come onto the property a little bit, you see a double dashed line. It's a woods road that runs up through. That goes all the way up to map 12 lot 10, if you see that. Map 12 lot 10 on the northwest side of the property. That is intended to encompass that pathway for access to that lot. But I also will say it also serves map 12 lot 4 to the south. And if you look in the tax map parcel, that piece is actually a landlocked piece, so it's important that it has that access. And I'm not sure the purpose why that was created, but if you see on the tax map lot 12004, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. I wish I could point this out on a overhead or something, so I apologize for not walking you through this properly. But there's a large parcel just to the south of our parcel that is a landlocked parcel. So I believe that access easement is for them as well.
I'm somewhat familiar with the area because back in like the 1900s, I grew up over that area, so I can attest that it's definitely dry out there, which is surprising. I don't know.
It is. A 10-acre parcel with not a drop of wetland is unusual. It's high and dry.
When I first moved to Derry, that's where I moved.
Millennium ago.
In the 1900s.
So the access easement gets recorded with the subdivision of that lot.
Yes, and
Right.
it is a pre-existing access easement that won't go away.
Now, I am noticing the familiar promised land hook on that that lot line.
Well, yeah.
Any
and
reason for that?
Yeah, the reason for that is to put the existing driveway of the Naughtonsons entirely on their property, and the new lot to be served at the end of Worthley Road. So it's intended to divide those two properties and not create a common drive. Additionally, I will say we did make it somewhat normal in that the parallel lines that come in, we paralleled some lines to make it look as normal as possible. Parallel to a stone wall. That's on
And the zoning criteria in this is 3 acres in this area?
Yes, that is correct.
And so I suspect that you're probably pushing to make sure you stay in that 3 acres with this divide, right?
Yes, 3.00 precisely.
Okay. A lot of ledge up there?
I'm sure.
Yeah, okay.
Granite State?
Yeah. Well, I just look at the inclination lines and
Yeah.
it's a lot of climb. Okay, I have no further questions. Anybody have any questions? Mr. Donlin?
I do.
Okay.
You had made mention to, what is it called, Worldly?
Worthley?
Yeah, the road and it's written on the eastern, we'll call it, of 12006, is that, so does that road on paper actually extend like northeasterly across this property the whole way?
I think so. I don't know that historic research at this time. It's a good question. The tax map will show it as such, that it does extend right along that stone wall on the southeasterly property line.
Yeah.
However, butter who may choose to speak thinks it heads just south, but I'm not sure of the historical right-of-way of Worthley Road at this time. I do know the public way of Worthley Road and any public rights, I think, end at the end at our property line.
So you wouldn't,
that's
even
correct.
if that road existed on paper, you wouldn't count for frontage, is that what you're speculating to?
That's right. It was a number of years ago, maybe a decade or so ago, we surveyed Worthley Road for the town to help make it a public way. So Worthley Road was a private road for a whole number of years, but we established those rights of way and helped put that in. But the public way, I do know, ends at our property line.
Thank you.
Mr. Tripp?
Interesting.
No.
Ms. Moran?
I have none at this time.
And Mr. Corbett?
No, not at this time.
All right, board's open to anybody else that has any questions? Seeing no.
Oh, I guess I do have
Yeah,
one
Mr.
question.
Tripp?
So Worthy Road, where it comes up to this property, is really flattens out that much? Is it paved like that?
So, no, it's steep towards the end of Worthley Road. Flattens out. I'm not.
The tax map shows it to be fairly,
Yeah, it does have a weird jog like that.
say again?
It
Okay.
does jog in a, you're
guess.
talking about how it kind of comes up and then darts down. It does have a jog like that.
So Worthy Road actually is across the end of the,
Yes, the right-of-way does that. When you said flattens out, I was working
no,
with
well, it looks like it
topography.
splatted up against your lot and went,
Yeah, okay. I'm on a two-dimensional flatten out. Okay.
Oh.
Yes, it's a weird right-of-way. How's that?
On the tax map, 12004, the tax map that you provide, is there a house on that lot?
No.
That's a landlocked one, he said.
It's a what?
I don't
He said,
believe-
he referenced that during this as the landlocked parcel.
12004 is?
Was that correct, Mr. Pelican? Is that
As
the-
best I can ascertain, it's a landlocked parcel.
That's the one, it looks like.
But it has
we're-
an access easement, and just from a historical law standpoint, you're never supposed to landlock a parcel. I mean, it's
Yeah, it looks like,
yeah.
looks like they have a right-of-way easement at the bottom of the access easement.
So now their
referenced.
access easement does allow them use. And it doesn't mean they can build on it by an access easement, but it does mean they can access it, walk on it, cut timber, whatever they need to do.
There is a yellow dot on that lot.
I know, but it's the GIS,
I see,
and
okay.
but I do not believe there's a house on that, but I'm sorry, I can't definitively answer that.
But it is a lot of record.
Correct.
And it has similar frontage, perhaps less than the current lot, 12006.
Right.
Yeah, okay. All right, I have nothing further. Mrs. Owen, you want to help us out there with your staff?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As kind of the applicants were stating, so just to give a little history on Worthley Road, it was previously a private road. It is now publicly maintained by the town, and I believe at that time, from my understanding, when the town decided to adopt it, they required that turnaround space. That's why we see the road kind of flailing out like that and all the shared driveways coming off of that right-of-way. So the existing easements, I'm not sure the history behind that, when they came into play, but those are obviously being maintained in this plan. This These properties are located in the LDR, low density residential district, requires a 3-acre lot minimum and a 200-foot minimum frontage requirement per lot. As the applicant stated, the existing lot is just slightly under 10 acres. It contains one existing single-family dwelling. This is a proposed 2-lot subdivision, resulting in the existing single-family dwelling to be on a reduced parcel at 6.856 acres with 100.07 feet of frontage, and the creation of a new lot at 3 acres with 72.09 feet of frontage. The proposed lots, both of them, existing and new, meet the area requirements, but obviously do not meet the minimum frontage requirements, therefore the variance. That's why we're here tonight. Both properties are and will be serviced by private well, private septic. And this project, just like the last one, this one will require planning board review and will require TRC internal review prior to that.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Owen. I have nothing further. You go
Before
ahead.
you go to public, if that's okay,
Yeah.
I want to retract that lot, lot 4, 12 lot, map 12 lot 4, is not a landlocked parcel because it does certainly have Worthley Road public way access. And we established that when we did Worthley Road, so I was misquoted on saying that's a landlocked parcel.
Okay.
And there may or may not be a dwelling on that lot. I just don't have that answer at my fingertips, and I apologize.
It's all right.
But they were notified as an abutter, so if they want to, they can say.
Okay. All right, anybody else have anything? All right, let's go to public then. Anybody who wishes to speak favorably to this application, this would be your opportunity to come forward and do so. The dais has been vacated on behalf of that venture. Seeing nobody rise for that, anybody in opposition to this application, this would be your opportunity to come forward. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Paul Dion, 22 Earthly Road, map 12, lot 7. I'm glad you did clarify for lot 12-4 because there is an existing house on that. That was probably the first house on the road in the upper portion of Worthley Road that was developed in the 40s. When we first moved here, which was approximately 45 years ago when we built our house, we used to take Worthley Road and drive it down south at the end where it is now and drive it down to the existing Orchard Drive. So the road used to go south from the end of this. And as code enforcement officer stated, there's a modified hammerhead there to allow for public fire department to turn around. My only concern with this project relative to the zoning is the fact that there's only approximately 72 feet of frontage. And that's the only concern that I have.
You see the issue there with the, it's a vast property, right?
Right.
It's very large, and I think that perhaps...
Which back property?
I'm sorry again, sir?
Which back property? Is it 1221 or 1210?
The 12006 as it sits presently. It is a large parcel. Almost could have asked for, a small road extension and a couple of houses in there. I think we see that, especially whereas the road has been adopted by the town.
Right.
Sometimes that becomes a hinging factor, often with larger parcels, like if we see something that somebody could put 11 lots in with a road, and they say, we just want 3. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's a good trade-off, you see that in that light as well.
Right. Yep.
Any other questions for Mr. Dion? Anything else, Paul?
That's it.
All right, very good, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And no one else in the audience? Opposition?
the owner speak, just for herself?
Yeah, she can speak if she like.
She's not opposing.
We still have an hour and a half to go, so it's fine.
Okay. My name's Karen Nottinson, and I'm one of the property owner. And I guess speaking to this, the lot itself is unusual in that it's a big rectangle, and the frontage is like you cut the corner off a piece of paper.
Yep.
So because of that geography or geometry, it's a hardship to utilize that land fully because of the frontage requirement. And the location of that new lot is in an area of our property that's really underutilized. So it would be an improvement to have another house put there. I myself thought that the pre-existing right-of-way that goes up the southern border would in fact make a good driveway for anybody who wanted to, for a house that would be put on that property. It's kind of a logical use of it without giving up the right-of-way to the people that own it. Another thing, just in terms of public benefit, that area is heavily wooded, and a lot of the trees are old and diseased, and having another dwelling put on that would mean that the stewardship of that land would improve. They would have to clean that up. That would threaten our neighbors a little bit less, who are in the lee of some of those trees. So it actually would be a big benefit to have that part of the land better cared for in terms of the forestry. In terms of views, the house that we have does not, the land slopes up and then levels and then slopes again. But that kind of would hide the view of a new house from from our house and also from the neighbors, because we just don't face that way. So it would be a very good use and improvement to utilize that 3 acres in this way. Now it's just, like we used to call it, worthless road. It's not living up to its potential.
Vacant land with deteriorating trees.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Any questions?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Very good,
thank
thank you. Gentlemen, you're welcome to come back up.
Thank you. Not a whole lot to rebut. Just, I guess we made our case as best we were able. And it's truly an extension of that road for a small cul-de-sac. It certainly is a viable option, providing, and I apologize, I don't have this exact information, that Worthley Road is less than 2,000 feet. Because then it would require another variance to extend a public way beyond what is allowed. But I think it is less than 2,000, but I don't know that answer.
Okay.
So, but extension of Worthley Road could be an option as well, but it's not the intention, nor is it a viable intention.
Yeah, I think this is kind of a subtle application, a subtle ask. And, you know, when you see the amount of land that's there, and you understand what the zoning district would provide for, it's more than ample here to provide what the state keeps looking for, right? And some viable space without really too much violation to what the intentions of the ordinance are. I should drive up that road sometime. It's like a nice place. Anybody else have anything else they want to ask or point out? Nope, seeing.
I guess,
Mr. Tripp?
On the screen, what are we looking at? Is this a driveway or is this Worthy Road?
No, that's not Worthley Road. That's the road in, that's the driveway in. the Naughtonson's property, I believe.
So what is that on the right?
This is a really old
Yeah.
image from
having a hard time.
2007. So it looks much different now. There are
Oh,
updated
that's right. Look
photos
at
in the
that.
file, but I believe we're
18 years
looking
old.
at straight on is the existing drive to the existing residence on the parcel.
Correct.
And then to what you're kind of standing in, I guess, would be the current right-of-way, which is paved. And then the shared driveways are branching off of that. So that includes this drive on the right side.
So this is now the cul-de-sac.
It's a small version of cul-de-sac, correct?
That's correct.
Say again?
This is like the cul-de-sac that you see there now. You see, pass this down.
And it looks warm.
Oh, this is the turnaround? Oh.
All set, Mr. Tripp?
Yeah.
I think we're good there. Guys all set? Have anything left to tell us?
I don't believe so. From our standpoint, I'm good.
Okay. All right, very good. With that, we can take a motion, go into deliberation.
I'll make a motion to go into deliberative session.
Mr. Donlin makes a motion. Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Mr. Corbett. I sense there's a hesitation there. You all set?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
I was
all-
giving someone this chance.
All right, got it, okay. All in favor of deliberative, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none. Mr. Donlin, anything you'd like to share with us?
Sure. Yes, Mr. Chair. While the circumstances on face value at 72 feet on 200 does seem like a far reach, the circumstances around the construction costs and just the unique nature of this particular lot, whereas it's not all that disturbing to the surrounding areas, if at all, and the overlaying costs of having to do different situations with the fire trucks and whatnot else on the road, it seems for one lot probably not very logical to go down that road, and to a point made earlier, that probably is opening up the situation to more of like, all right, let's see how many we can shoehorn in here, which would probably change the character of the neighborhood. So with that being said, I don't think it's as egregious as it would look on face value.
Okay. Mr. Corbett?
I completely agree with him. Mr. Donlin, when I first saw this, the 100 and the 72 feet of frontage where 200 was required really jumped out at me and seemed very excessive. However, going through the proposal, everything that we've learned tonight during the presentation, I agree. It seems to make sense. It fits for the property. I don't really have any concerns for what was presented tonight.
Okay. Mr. Tripp?
I think the frontage only being 72 feet, if this were not on the end of the road, would be an issue, but since it is at the end of the road, there's not going to be much traffic going by there. You need that much sight line. So I don't think that the 72 feet of frontage is an issue.
Very good. Ms. Warren?
Valid point.
I agree with what has been stated. It is probably one of my favorite parts of town, so preserving it and keeping it what it is important to me. And I don't think adding that one house is gonna change anything. I think whoever gets it will be extremely lucky.
Okay.
Until they try to drill a well.
Or cut down all the dead trees.
Let me live in my dream.
I kind of have already covered this. I see the amount of property there. This is not a tight fit when you look at the amount of acreage that's there and the rural character in this area as well. This certainly has no problem fitting the space that's in that area, and the frontage just is one of those things where this almost could become a landlocked parcel if it wasn't for the little amount of frontage there. So I certainly I can support this, and I don't see it being detrimental to any of the neighboring homes on the road. So moving over to structuring the motion, I think we heard subject to planning board and TRC, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like that to be stated as a second condition. Approval. Okay, other than that, is there anything anybody would like to add as a condition? Nothing from anyone? Very good. That being said, we have the two conditions, permits, inspections, planning board and TRC approval. After that, I think we can take a motion, come back out of deliberative. Mr. Donlin?
I'll make a motion to come out of deliberative.
Thank you. Who seconds?
Second it.
Mr. Tripp, thank you. All in favor of coming out of deliberation, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Mrs. Moran, you have a motion to read.
I do, thank you. I make a motion on case number 25-147 for Promised Land Survey, LLC, to grant a variance to the terms of Article 6, Section 165-48.b.2 of the Town of Derry zoning ordinance to allow for a minor 2-foot, is that foot?
No, that was a typo. Two-lot.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
A minor 2-lot subdivision resulting in less than 200 feet of frontage. Parcel ID 12006, zoned LDR, as presented with the following conditions. We have 2. 1, subject to obtaining all state and town permits and inspections. 2, subject to planning board and TRC approval. And that concludes the reading of the motion. I need a second.
Second.
Very good. Puts that motion on the floor. Mr. Corbett has finding of fact.
Yep, finding of fact for case 25-147. The board found the property is located in the low-density residential zoning district, which requires a minimum of 3 acres of land and 200-foot minimum lot frontage for each lot. The existing property is 9.856 acres and contains an existing single-family dwelling. The proposed 2-lot subdivision will result in the existing lot being reduced to 6.856 acres with 100.07 feet of frontage, and the creation of the new lot having 3 acres with 72.09 feet of frontage. Both lots will comply with the area requirements but do not meet the minimum frontage requirements, which is why a variance is being requested. The existing and proposed new properties will both be serviced by private septic and private well. If the variance is approved, the proposal will require a technical review by town staff, and the subdivision approval from the planning board will also be required. And additionally, if approved, appropriate permits and inspections will be required. Board also includes all facts found in the meeting minutes for this application and incorporates all meeting minutes into its finding of facts and decisions. Does anybody have any additions or addendums to make?
Seeing no gestures there, all in favor of moving this for a vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Mr. Corbett?
Oh, yes.
Mrs. Moran?
Chair, I vote yes.
Mr. Tripp?
I vote yes.
Mr. Donlin?
Yes.
And Chair will make it unanimous. So, gentlemen, congratulations. Your application's been approved by a vote of 5-0. Of course, anybody aggrieved by this has 30 days to ask the board for reconsideration. After that, recourse to Superior Court. Congratulations, Mr. Pelican. Thank you. I was going to call you Mr. Preventure, and he's over there.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Apparently, as you're retiring, and you've made it clear, it's been enjoyable seeing you here when you've come in, and you've always given good constructive proposals to the board and always had great answers when they come to you.
Oh.
So we'll miss seeing you around.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, great work, great presentations.
Really
Enjoy-
appreciate
Enjoy
it.
retirement. Good luck with the charity.
Yeah, Promised Land Foundation is our foundation, so we do work in Africa for vulnerable children and victimized women. So it's exciting, the work that we got going on, and my heart beats for it, so I want to make a difference.
Flyer
good.
for the golf tournament makes
Nice.
its way to the board next year. Wouldn't be opposed to looking at it.
There you go, good deal, thank
Yeah,
you
if
so
you
much.
need a variance in Africa, I'll go walk it.
Good deal, take care, thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
Good night. All right, next up, we want to look at the amended policies and procedures that Mrs. Boudreau was good enough to put together for the board following our last meeting. The first reading will be at our next meeting, provided there are no changes to this document. Noting on the first page, which is page 3, we've changed the name, the word permanent to primary. And we've changed that throughout. Am I correct, Mrs. Boudreau?
Yes. And that looks like the next set of changes are on
Well-
page 9.
Mr. Tripp?
There are a couple spots where, instead of saying permanent, they say full members
Oh,
on page 12 and 13. I found a number of clericals that
Okay.
you might want to
12 and
take a look at.
13?
What?
12, page 12 and 13?
Yes.
Can you cite those for us, just to expedite this?
Can I what?
Cite those spots?
Yeah, well, hang on.
Okay.
The,
Oh, yeah, at the bottom, each
at the
officer
bottom of
position.
page 12 and at the top of page 13.
Yep. So those two
All right.
references to full should be changed to primary.
You have those noted, Mrs. Boudreau?
Yes, please.
Like I said, I have a number of clericals,
Okay.
which, do you want to go through them all?
I would. Then we
Okay,
can-
on the middle of the page, they say, the first order of business shall
Sorry,
be
which
the
page?
appointment of officers. Oh, page 12.
Okay. Which paragraph?
The middle of the page,
Okay.
where it says appointment of officers, are they appointed or elected?
They are elected.
Ah,
Good point. You said page 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't find that.
New 12 or old 12?
Oh, good.
Oh, the appointment of officers, that should be the election of officers.
Yep.
yeah,
You see that, Ms. Boudreau?
Page 12 in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah, underneath where it says the acting chairman shall announce, is that next line.
You want the next one?
I do.
On page 11, after the change, the addition of calendar, it looks like there's an additional carriage return.
The calendar, which one? There's two of them there?
All right, yeah, between the two calendars.
Oh, okay.
It looks like there's an extra carriage return.
Where it says for the hearing.
Yes, for the,
Oh, an extra space.
Yeah, it drops down to a new line.
Okay.
what's that?
Yep.
I believe it's a carriage return.
Oh, carriage return. I got it. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Mrs.
I want a term
Boudreau,
I
do you
haven't
pick
heard in
up on
30
that?
Speaking.
So, under the section, public notice. Gentlemen, hey, under the section where it says public notice, third line down, Mr. Tripp makes the point of the space there. He calls the carriage return. Because that's what it's called.
There's no carriages anymore?
All right. Mr. Tripp, anything else?
On page 8, and number 2, there, it looks like there's an extra space.
Where it says such?
In between paragraphs.
Will be required for all, and then the extra space.
That extra space.
Carriage
Oh.
return there as well.
Carriage return, that's
Yep.
the bottom, okay.
Yep.
I thought you were going after that.
What?
I thought you were going after that literal space there.
No, I was talking,
Yeah, I see it now, yeah.
on page 7,
Okay,
what? The next one. Like I said, I found a number of clericals.
page 7, yep.
Page 7, in 6 joint meetings, number 2, I don't think it's if, I think it's just if. The 2 capital letters.
Oh,
Like I said, it's number of clericals.
so it's section 6, where it says number 2,
Yep.
okay.
And then if the other board, it's not capital I, capital F. It should be just capital I, F.
Very good. You have that, Mrs. Boudreau? Yes. Okay, thank you.
All right, on M,
Okay,
I don't think there should be a A. It should be just to the party case to reappear.
A continuation.
Yeah.
I assume you're going to catch that 2 more times?
top of the page.
Under M, it basically goes to a lowercase a. That doesn't need to be there.
And in O, there's a couple of things that shouldn't be there either.
The ABC.
The ABC, it should be just one sentence.
You have that, Mrs. Boudreau?
So take out the A under section,
The A, B, and C should all just be a
Remove.
continuation of the sentence under O.
Yeah, that whole section.
oh, okay, up the top of page
Yep.
7.
Yeah, on page 7.
So take out A, B, C.
Well, you should take off the A in, under section M, take out the ABC under section O, and take on the A in section P. You follow that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were asking me.
I was just, and then on page 6, K and L, we shouldn't have the A's there either.
On page 6, what was it?
Section K and L.
K and L, get rid of the A's. And then, that's it? I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that's right.
I had a couple things on page 3.
Mr. Donlin?
The second sentence, alternate members shall sit only in the absence of what would be primary member now, and it says, and if the member disqualifies himself or cannot act, is that and should be an or? Or am I misreading that sentence?
Line 2.
The second sentence of section 1.
Yes.
Because I read it as,
Or.
yeah.
I vote or.
Well, I'm fine with the way it's written, but we can improve it or change it if you'd like.
Well, the way it's almost written, could we just get rid of the and?
That would work as well.
Yeah.
Are we keeping as and?
I agree with you on removing and.
Because so if it just says in the absence of a primary member, if a member disqualifies himself or cannot act in a particular case.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else,
Your
Mr.
third
Donlin?
grade teacher would be happy.
Yeah.
Mr. Donlin?
The other notes that I had that Mr. Tripp didn't pick up was just redundancies, which I don't think we need to waste the board's time on, so no.
Okay. Any of the other alternates have anything they'd like to see corrected? No? Mrs. Moran, you're all set?
I am.
Very good.
Can we go back to page 12?
You can.
I did put a little yellow mark on zoning board of adjustment Policy and Procedures Appendix.
Okay.
I didn't know what that was, but apparently now it's the title of the appendix. I think just to make it a little clearer, I would move the appendix to the beginning of the thing.
Of the pamphlet?
Yeah, no, just so it says Appendix Zoning Board of Adjustment Policy and Procedures. But that's no hill I'm going to die on, though.
Okay. Does it matter to anybody else how it is?
No.
This document, I think, was created in the 80s, so it's been existing for quite a while.
So all these boo-boos have...
Been existing for all that time.
Since Crystal was partying in the woods, the second case.
Hey, a lot of great things came out in the 80s. Like, I was born.
All right, I think...
that was the time I got arrested the first time.
Yeah.
We're still on record. You want your attorney?
Well, I was younger.
All right, I like that. There was an amended process that we came up with.
Should be.
It may have been 2015. I thought it was 13 or 14.
Mr. Obimba found one more.
Mr. Obimba?
Sorry.
To the microphone, please.
6A, just to be pedantic, like Mr. Tripp there, it says B through M, but B and M are lowercase, but if you look at the numbering there, they're all uppercase. I propose we make them B through M. B uppercase, M uppercase.
Are you on page 6?
Yeah,
Page
number
6.
Number 5.
Number 5A.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
parenthesis text at line A.
We should capitalize the B and capitalize the M.
Okay.
Should the M be updated to P?
Yes. Good catch. Yes, B through P, and then both letters capitalized.
We modify this process. I think that it's important that that process be, that all the points to it be adhered to, but not necessarily in these steps. Is there anybody that has a problem with that?
Say that again? I'm sorry, Mr. Chair.
The board does do these steps, but they don't do them in this order or this manner, but they are recognized. Is anybody going to have a problem if we don't follow each of these steps the way it's articulated here?
No.
It doesn't state that it has to go in order. It just states that you follow the rules outlined from B through P. So I think as long as you check each of the boxes, we have the ability to go out of order as we see fit.
Okay. I'm fine with the change in that, in the parentheses, changing the letters from lowercase to uppercase. That's in section A. Ms. Boudreaux, you got it? Okay. All right. Other than that, Mr. Obimba, anything else?
No, I'm all set for now.
Okay. Mr. Dietzel?
Yes, one clarification. A says the chair shall call the meeting to order and read the general rules of procedure B through M. You're supposed to read them or just follow them?
I think I just said that we don't follow them per this, the way this is laid out. Does anybody have a problem?
Well, yes, but it says read them.
Yeah, I think I do see that differently. The question you asked, I think it's okay that we don't go in the order. To Mr. Dietzel's, it specifically says that you're going to read out the order that we're going to go in,
Right.
which we're not going to do.
Right.
Maybe change read to follow?
Yeah,
Okay.
call the meeting to order and then follow the general rules of procedure.
I like that. Thank you both. You see that, Mrs. Boudreaux? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dietzel. All right, anything else? Okay. I think we've got all of our changes noted, and we'll do a reading on it next meeting. First of two. All right?
Sounds good.
Okay, very good. Next up, we don't have any correspondence. Next up is approval of minutes. I'd like an approval for November 20th and table 4.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from November 20th as presented.
Second?
You had no changes on that, Mr. Boudreau? Okay, very good.
Mr. Chair, for December 4th, I'd like to make a motion to table that if possible.
All right, so let's hold on, let's finish this one up. So we had
The motion and the second from Tripp.
oh, did Richard?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, very good, thank you. All in favor of that motion, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, next up, Mr. Corbett.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to table the minutes for December 4th for further review.
Very good. I have a second, please.
I'll second it.
Very good. All in favor of that motion, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Any cases for next meeting?
We have one to date, and our submission closes on Monday.
Be a boring evening. January 1st, we'll all be here.
It's the 8th. Do not come here January 1st.
Thank
All
you.
right. Good enough.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
All right, good enough.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
holidays.
We're adjourned unless anybody would like to send off any happy greetings. I will note, the first applicant, before we adjourn, let's just table it, hold on to that. I will note, I thought it was very unique that the first applicant tonight sounded and looked like Burl Ives. If you heard his voice, replay it, you'll go, my
Who's
God.
Burl Ives?
I don't know either.
That is.
Well, I will say that our board is complimented for its diversity in age and gender, and but not its knowledge of historic Christmas cartoons.
Oh, I was going to say, I was going to the Frosty guy. Is that
the
Frosty?
snowman.
Did
Yeah.
you hear the story? Yeah, we'll leave it there. That guy just made the news last week.
Wait, Frosty was, his girlfriend's name is Crystal.
Huh.
You're welcome.
All right, well, good enough. So the motion for adjournment was seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Have a good night, everybody.